There is a mechanism running in your body right now, at this exact second, that you have likely ignored your entire life. It is the most advanced piece of organic technology you possess, yet it is running on factory settings. It is not just keeping you alive biologically, it is literally encoding the structure of your reality. Here is the data. Every human being draws approximately 23,000 breaths in a single day. That is 23,000 separate events, 23,000 energetic pulses, 23,000 opportunities to signal the quantum field. Yet, for 99.9% of the population, these breaths happen in complete, automated unconsciousness. You breathe while scrolling through your phone, unaware that your breath has become shallow and ragged. You breathe while stressing in traffic, unaware that you are holding your inhale, signaling danger to your biology. You breathe while replaying past arguments, locking the chemistry of that argument into your cells. And here is the terrifying part that most people never realize. Your breath is not neutral. It is a biometric recorder and transmitter. With every unconscious, shallow, stressed exhale, you are broadcasting a chaotic signal into the quantum field that says, "I am not safe, I am in lack, I am in survival mode." And the field, being an obedient mirror, reflects that signal back to you as your life circumstances. You are trying to manifest abundance with your mind, but your respiratory system is hyperventilating poverty. You are trying to manifest love with your vision board, but your diaphragm is frozen in a state of defense. You cannot override a biological signal with a mental wish. The signal is stronger. What if I told you that you could hack this system? What if I told you that recent research from the HeartMath Institute and the field of biophotonics suggests that the rhythm of your breath directly alters the geometry of the electromagnetic field extending 8 feet around your body? You are not just breathing air, you are breathing information. And right now, you are writing a tragedy. In this dossier, we are going to dismantle the biology of reality creation. We will look at the ancient science of the gap, the modern physics of coherence, and the exact observer breath protocol to turn those 23,000 daily breaths into wasted moments into conscious commands. Stop trying to change the reflection in the mirror. Change the breath that is projecting it. To understand why breath changes reality, we must go deeper than biology. We must go to the level of light. In the 1970s, a German biophysicist named Dr. Fritz Albert Popp made a discovery that shook the foundations of biology, though mainstream science tried to suppress it for decades. He proved that every cell in the human body emits light. These are called biophotons. Your DNA is not just a chemical storage unit, it is a light storage unit. It takes in light, stores it, and emits it. This means your cells are not just chemical bags floating in water. They are light transmitters. They communicate with each other and with the field outside of you through flashes of light at a speed faster than chemical reactions allows. But here is the crucial distinction that determines your reality. When an organism is healthy and in harmony, this light is coherent. It is like a laser beam, organized, powerful, information-rich. It carries a clear signal. When an organism is stressed, ill, or disconnected, this light is chaotic. It is like a broken light bulb flickering in a dark room. It leaks energy. It carries noise. So what controls the coherence of this light emission? What is the dimmer switch? Your breath. The rhythm of your respiration acts as the master conductor for your biological orchestra. When you breathe in a shallow, erratic, upper chest pattern, which is how most of you are breathing right now as you listen to this, you scramble the light code of your cells. You create what physicists call destructive interference in your own energy field. You are literally painting your reality with chaotic light. The quantum field does not judge you. It does not decide if you are good or bad. It simply reads the light you emit. If you emit chaos, it returns chaos in the form of confused people, broken contracts, and missed opportunities. If you emit coherence, it returns order in the form of synchronicities, luck, and flow. Most people are trying to use the law of attraction with a broken flashlight. Breath is how you focus the beam. Let's ground this in hard anatomy so your analytical mind can accept it. There is a superhighway of information in your body called the vagus nerve. It is the longest cranial nerve in the body, connecting your brainstem to your heart, your lungs, your gut, and your vocal cords. It is the physical bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious programming. According to polyvagal theory developed by Dr. Stephen Porges, your nervous system has 3 states. Most people live in a state of chronic sympathetic activation. This is the fight or flight mode. In this state, your vagus nerve tone is low. Your body believes there is a tiger in the room, even if the tiger is just an email or a deadline. It shuts down your digestion, it shuts down your immune system, and most importantly, it shuts down your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for creation, vision, logic, and possibility. You cannot create a new future when your biology is obsessed with surviving the present. You physically cannot manifest from a state of survival. It is biologically impossible. The brain will not allocate energy to creation when it thinks it needs energy for defense. Here is the hack. The vagus nerve listens to one thing above all else: your breath. Specifically, the exhalation. Long, slow, deep exhalations act as a physical brake pedal for your nervous system. When you slow your breath down to under 6 breaths per minute, you mechanically flip the switch from survival to creation. You signal to your ancient reptilian brain, the tiger is gone, we are safe, it is time to build. This is why you can do affirmations for 10 years and see no result. If you are affirming, I am wealthy, while your breath is rapid and shallow, your body acts like a lie detector. It rejects the affirmation because the breath signal, danger, overrides the thought signal, safety. Breath is the only language the body trusts because breath cannot lie. This science seems new to the West, but it is ancient technology to the East. The Egyptians, the Vedic rishis, the Taoist masters, they did not view breath as merely a metabolic function to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. They viewed it as a spiritual technology. In ancient Egypt, the concept of 𝗖𝗛𝗪𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗦, union of the two lands, wasn't just about politics. It was a metaphysical instruction about uniting the upper self, consciousness, and lower self, body, through the breath. They knew that the breath, which they called Ka energy, was the fuel for the light body, Merkaba. They understood that if you could control the rhythm of the breath, you could navigate the dimensions of consciousness and override the programs of the physical shell. The yogis called it pranayama, control of the life force. They didn't practice it to relax on a Sunday afternoon. They practiced it to become superconductors. They realized that the human nervous system is like a wire. If you try to run high-voltage energy, manifestation power, kundalini, divine inspiration, through a thin, resistant wire, a stressed, contracted body, you will blow a fuse. This is why people have breakdowns when they have spiritual awakenings. Their nervous system cannot handle the charge. Conscious breathing upgrades the wire. It expands the capacity of your nervous system to hold high-frequency charge without frying the circuit. It creates somatic capacity. You are asking the universe for $1 million reality, but you have a $10 nervous system. Breath is how you upgrade the hardware to run the new software. Now, let's apply the quantum observer effect to your daily life. Quantum physics tells us that observation collapses probability into reality. An electron exists as a wave of potential until it is observed, at which point it becomes a particle. But who is the observer in your life? Is it your chaotic, worried thoughts, or is it something deeper? Most of you are merged with your thoughts. You think you are the voice in your head. When the voice says, "I am anxious," you believe it. You become the anxiety. This is a trap. The voice is just a program running on a loop. To become the master of reality, you must separate from the program. You must dissociate from the stream of thought. The fastest, most mechanical way to do this is through the breath. Try this right now. Do not change your breath, just watch it. Notice the air coming in through the nostrils. Notice it going out. Feel the temperature difference. The moment you watch your breath, a separation occurs. There is the breath, the object being watched, and there is you, the subject watching it. In that split second, you step out of the thinker and into the witness. This is the consciousness shift that changes everything. Because the quantum field does not respond to the victim, it responds to the witness. The victim is enmeshed in the problem. The witness is outside the problem, observing the solution. The witness is calm. The witness is detached. The witness has authority. When you breathe as the observer, you step out of the chaotic drama of your life and sit in the director's chair. You stop reacting to the movie on the screen and realize you are the projector. Here is the secret within the secret.
the technique that separates the novice from the master. It is not just about the inhale or the exhale. It is about the space between them. Visualize a pendulum. It swings to the left, inhale, stops for a microsecond, and swings to the right, exhale. At the exact turning point, before it changes direction, the pendulum is motionless. It is not moving left, it is not moving right. It is in a state of zero-point potential. In your breath cycle, there is a tiny window, approximately 0.3 seconds, at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. This is the quantum gap. The Vedics called it kumbhaka. The Egyptians called it the silence of Ra. In that gap, time stops. In that gap, your personality dissolves. In that gap, you are not a human with problems, a name, a history, or a debt. You are pure, unmanifested consciousness. Most people rush through the gap. They are afraid of the silence. They gasp for the next breath because they are addicted to doing. They are addicted to the momentum of time. But the master rests in the gap, because in that 0.3 seconds of silence, you are directly connected to the unified field, the place where matter is created. If you plant an intention in that gap, in that moment of no breath and no mind, it enters the fabric of reality with zero resistance. There is no ego to doubt it. There is no fear to block it. It is the back door to the matrix. We will learn how to use this in the protocol section to seed your reality directly into the source code. Your body is not just biology, it is biography. It is a recording device, a biological hard drive. Every trauma, every fear, every limitation you have ever accepted is not just a memory stored in the neurons of your brain. It is stored in your connective tissue, your fascia, your organs, and your cellular water. And these stored patterns dictate how you breathe. Do you have a tight chest? That is stored grief and heart protection from a past heartbreak. Do you breathe only into your upper chest, never allowing your belly to expand? That is a fear of power and a deep-seated lack of safety from childhood. Is your throat constricted? That is suppressed truth and unexpressed creativity. Your breath has shaped itself around your trauma like water flowing around a rock in a stream. When you begin the breath protocol, you are not just moving air, you are performing archaeological excavation. You are forcing the light of consciousness into the dark basements of your biology where you hid your pain. When you force the breath into those tight areas, you are breaking up the crystallized energy of the past. You might feel emotions come up out of nowhere. You might feel heat. You might feel shaking or vibration. This is good. This is the body releasing the old code. You are rewriting the biography of your body. And here is the physics of it. As the breath clears the trauma from your field, the external reality that was mirroring that trauma must change. It is a law. If the signal changes, the reflection changes. You cannot hold a new reality in a body stuffed with old trauma. The breath clears the space for the new to enter. Let's talk about your influence on the world. You think your thoughts are private? They are not.
You think your mood is personal. It is not. HeartMath research proves your heart generates a toroidal electromagnetic field that extends at least 8 feet, approximately 2.5 meters, around your body. This field is a broadcast station. It is constantly transmitting data to everyone and everything around you. If your breath is incoherent, stress, survival, you are polluting the field around you. You are broadcasting static, anxiety, and threat. When you walk into a room, people feel off. They don't know why, but they don't trust you. They subconsciously pull away. They don't want to help you. You are repelling opportunities because your field is screaming danger. If your breath is coherent, heart-brain synchronization, you are broadcasting a carrier wave of order, safety, and magnetism. This is what we call charisma, or presence. It is not about how you look or what you say. It is about the coherence of your field. When you master your breath, you stop being a thermometer, reacting to the temperature of the room. You become the thermostat, setting the temperature of the room. You can heal people just by sitting next to them and breathing coherently. You can shift the outcome of a negotiation just by regulating your vagus nerve, because the strongest field always wins. Entrainment is a law of physics. Oscillating systems will synchronize with the strongest rhythm. If you are the most coherent person in the room, everyone else's nervous system will unconsciously sync to yours. That is true power, not dominance, but resonance.
We move from theory to practice. This is how you stop wasting your 23,000 opportunities. You do not need to do this for 24 hours a day. That is impossible and unsustainable. You need to do it in microdoses. You need to puncture the veil of unconsciousness throughout the day. The technique. Set an alarm on your phone for 3 times a day, morning, noon, evening. Label it breath code. When it rings, do not ignore it. This is your appointment with your higher self. 1. Stop. Disengage from the screen. Put the phone down. Close your eyes. 2. Observe. For the first 30 seconds, do not change anything. Just watch your breath. See how shallow it is. See how fast it is. Admit to yourself, I was running on stress. Locate the thinker versus the breather. 3. Align. Now take control. Inhale through the nose for 5 seconds. Exhale through the nose for 5 seconds. No pause yet, just rhythm. Imagine the breath is not entering your nose, but entering through the center of your chest, heart center. 4. Feel. As you breathe, conjure the feeling of gratitude or care. This is not just a nice emotion. It creates the specific frequency that activates heart coherence. This takes 3 minutes. But those 3 minutes act as a pattern interrupt. They stop the stress momentum of your day. They reset the electromagnetic field. You are reclaiming your power 3 times a day. You are telling your body who is in charge. This is the advanced technique. This is for when you want to implant a new intention or shift a timeline. Do this in a quiet place, eyes closed,
spine straight. The technique: inhale slowly and deeply for 4 seconds. Fill the belly, then the chest. Hold for 4 seconds. This is the gap. In this hold, do not clamp your throat. Let the air rest inside you. In this silence, dissolve your name, your history, your problems. Be pure consciousness. If you have an intention, example, I am wealthy, or I am healed, drop it into that silence. Do not scream it. Whisper it energetically, like dropping a pebble into a perfectly still lake. Watch the ripples. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Release everything. Hold for 4 seconds at the bottom. Rest in the emptiness. Trust the void. Do this for 10 rounds, box breathing. By doing this, you are bypassing the analytical mind, which would usually reject your affirmation, and encoding the intention directly into the 0-point field. You are writing code on the mainframe while the firewall is down.
When you practice this consistently, you will touch something profound. You will touch the stillness. We live in a world addicted to noise, movement, and hustle. We are terrified of silence. We think power comes from doing more, pushing harder, shouting louder. But true, creative, quantum power comes from stillness. The eye of the hurricane is perfectly still, yet it organizes the chaotic winds around it. Be the eye. When you breathe from the 0 point, you access the state of turiya, the 4th state of consciousness beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. In this state, you are not trying to manifest. You are not wanting anything because wanting implies separation. You are simply observing the reality forming around you. You stop chasing, you start attracting. You stop forcing, you start allowing. Your breath becomes a prayer, not a prayer of begging, please give me this, but a prayer of communion. I am here. I am open. I am ready. How will you know it is working? You won't necessarily see fireworks in the sky. You will see synchronicities. Because you have changed your broadcast signal, your field, the universe must change the response. It is law. You will notice people treating you with more respect. You will notice traffic parting for you. You will notice ideas dropping into your head that solve problems instantly. You will feel a baseline of safety that you haven't felt since you were a child. This is not magic. It is physics. You cleaned the lens of the projector so the movie is clearer. You tuned the radio to the right frequency so the static is gone. Your reality is simply reorganizing itself around your new coherent signal. Your first act on this planet was a breath. Your last act on this planet will be a breath. Everything in between, your entire life, every success, every failure, every love, every heartbreak is defined by how you breathe. You have 23,000 checks to cash every single day.
Are you going to spend them on anxiety, on replaying the past, on fueling the survival mechanism? Or are you going to invest them in building a coherent, powerful, light-filled reality? The choice is not mental. You cannot think your way out of stress. The choice is respiratory. The next breath you take is a vote. Vote for the timeline you want to live in. I want you to make a declaration below. Type, "I choose to breathe as the observer." Anchor this shift. Let the field witness your choice. Subscribe to the laboratory. Master your breath, master your field. Before you go, I want to acknowledge something vital. Time is the only non-renewable resource in this dimension. The fact that you chose to invest your time here proves that you are no longer satisfied with the surface-level noise of the world. You are part of a rare, coherent group of consciousness that is actively waking up to its own power. You are not just a viewer. You are a co-creator of this frequency field. Thank you for trusting us with your attention. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You are among your own kind now. Stay lucid, stay coherent. Welcome to Quantum Core.